What's up, everybody? It's Brian with HappyThumbsGaming, and we are back with Level 6 High-noon Saloon free play for LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. That's right, we're going to get all the rest of those gold bricks we didn't get in our story, and we're also going to grab all those collectibles. So all 10 Minikits, we're going to freely, and of course grab that character token we missed as well. However, we hit a little bit of a milestone in our last level completion. We actually got enough studdage to go ahead and purchase our next pink brick. So now, that being said, if you do not have enough money, or maybe you already purchased it, you can go ahead and use the quick links down below in the video description to get to the character token. Well, I guess it's not number one, it's the only character token, so it's the character token one and only. Meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and purchase that 6x pink brick stud multiplier so we can go ahead and turn that on and get our multipliage up. That's right, I'm good at maths. We've got times 48 rocking now. And hey, if you're feeling like that was a nice helpful tip, or maybe you just enjoy watching our videos, make sure you click that subscribe button and of course click that notifications bell as well. We're going to go ahead and make our way out into the foyer. That's when I realized, wait a minute, I don't need to go anywhere. I can actually pull up the map from right here and toggle over to our level selection, which is going to get us right where we need, High-noon Saloon. As you can see, we only got the one gold brick for completing the story, so everything else is waiting for us. So let's go ahead and choose our favorite character. We're going to use Doctor Strange, as we're going to use him right at the beginning of the level. Now, it doesn't matter which character you choose. As long as you've completed the story, you should have all the characters needed to complete this level. So, oh to the yeah, here we go. We're off and rolling. All cutscenes have been removed, and we have sped this video up ever so slightly. And as promised, we're going to use Doctor Strange over on the right-hand side to shake things up a little bit. Look at that. We actually drop out a character token card for Bruce Banner Old West. So, off and running we are. We're going to do a little bit of remodeling to this saloon, as we felt it wasn't modern enough for us. So, a couple of butt slams followed by some stud collectage, and we'll make our way up the right-hand side of the stairs here, where we find some blue bricks glowing in the back right corner in need of some repair. So we're going to switch on over to somebody who can do that. Now, the icon was glowing Giant Man there, but we're going to go ahead and use Iron Man. Kind of a running theme of a repair person being a man of some sort. I wonder if there's any female characters that can do repair. That is a good question. That might be a little bit of a sexist job trade there that we have to contact TT about. Anyhow, once you get all of that handled, we're actually going to go ahead and see this little robot come and push us out of the way, but it reveals our first Minikit in the back. So we'll go ahead and blast him down and collect that Minikit. And look at that, we got some bluesies over here by the checkerboard path, but really we want to drop down behind the stairwell we went up. And look at that, Minikit number 2 is just waiting to be collected by you. Ooh, we got some more remodeling going on in here. Now, I don't think these guys are taking too kindly to our suggestions here, as they are trying to get up close and personal. But a few rockets handles all of those baddies. And look at that, it also handles all of the furniture nearby as well. We're not going to rebuild that up quite yet, as we were worried it might trigger something in the story-related bits. So we're going to head to the front left side and jump behind the counter here. That's right, we've got behind-the-scenes access, and we're going to switch on over to Doctor Strange again. And look at that. I love how the game automatically takes us to the character that you're needing. So if we're by a Doctor Strange spot, it'll automatically queue up Doctor Strange. Same with, like, if you need somebody to vine cutting, it'll get you to, like, Gamora or somebody that can do that. And I love that. I think that's a very handy tool. And speaking of handy tool, look at this guy. This guy, we got a little buck and bronco edge going on here. We're going to go ahead and try to hit that icon indicated in time to go ahead and not only collect some studs, but successfully complete this part of the minigame. Once you get all the way to the end, I think you have to complete 10 successful button pressings. You actually get rewarded with, you guessed it, I guess it's really not really a spoiler alert. It was labeled down in the bottom left corner, but we get ourselves a Minikit, which we will take. Thank you very much. Of course, we got some things to destroy, which is never a problem for us. And last but not least, we've got some bluesies over in this front left corner. So make sure you destroy everything over here, as it's certainly worth the payday. And we try to get out the back door, but apparently a couple of bags of flour or something are preventing our escape. So we'll make our way right back where we came through. And once we get on the other side, look at this, we got a P for Patreon. No, actually it's P for Pepper, but I thought that was a good time. And honestly, in all honesty, as I shake this pepper shaker up above and get this bison, I guess it's some sort of a bison head. It sneezes, or I guess it pukes a couple of pieces out, and we'll build it up. But I thought that was kind of funny that my Patreon, I guess, overlay was literally right over the top of the P. And I promise, I did not plan that, but it worked out oh so nicely. All right, next up, we've got a little bit of story bits that we need to handle, so there might be a quick link in your near future. It just depends on how big of a hurry you're in. Next one's going to be Minikit number 5, and that's actually going to be related to those silver chests behind MODOK there on the old stage. So in order to advance the story and get where we need to get, we're going to pull out a character with the electricity ability, like Thor, to go ahead and pump up that old xylophone? No, that's not a xylophone. What are those things called? Somebody down below, leave me a comment, because my brain is not working today, and I could really use a little info on what those things are called. Megaphone? No, not Megaphone. What are those things called? I can't. I don't know why. I don't want to Google it. I normally pause it and like try to save face and not sound like a noob, but today we're gonna let you guys help the students are gonna help the teacher. I guess that's considering the fact that I'm considering myself the teacher and you're the student. Anyway, and I don't say that because I'm trying to teach you where all these collectibles are. What? All right, getting sidetracked here. We have officially destroyed all those silver chests on the stage. MODOK has taken off. I'm not sure if that had something to do with us depleting his health meter a little bit, or if it was just because he didn't like the way we smelled. Either way, he took off to the right-hand side, gave us a little bit of extra access to that stage, rebuild all 3 cactuses and collect that mini-kit, and then make your way down and give him a little lesson. And I guess dancing. We're just kind of pushing him along here. There's really no battle happening. I'm just literally pinning him in the corner and Street Fighter styling him. That's right. Oh, you can. And once you get the health meter down quite a ways, it actually takes him away. And he hides behind this weird stage shield, and it reveals a couple of twirly poles. So we're going to take out these bad guys and make our way to those twirly poles and spin to win all the way up to that bluesy and the middle one, toozy, because that middle one is actually the one we want. Once we get to that middle twirly pole, it actually takes care of business for us. So there we go. We apparently weigh enough to bring that down, and oh, we got some buildable bricks we'll take into account here. Look at that, we're going to build up a cannon, man, and blast that wall. You might want to get out of the way there, Kid Colt. He about took that one right in the kisser. But we blow that stage wall down, and MODOK comes out for another spin, and we'll go ahead and cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. And that's right, we're going to try to deplete that health meter. Eventually, he makes his way up onto the left-hand stage, which we've already been up there, but he has not yet. We'll go up there and do the same thing, basically cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. I'm trying to switch to Iron Man because he was up there, and I thought that would be a little quicker. But turns out a little game of musical characters took me a little longer than I anticipated. So I eventually get up there, give him the old pow and the kissa, and guess what? He's kind of like a deflating balloon right now, flying all around the room, and eventually he makes it to the front where somehow he powers up a force field and summons a few more baddies. We'll drop down to the ground. Of course, we've got this glowing crack now. We'll go ahead and switch to a character that can do a ground pound, somebody like Thor. And look at that, booyaka show. We have revealed some sort of a reflection point, which we're going to need somebody with a shield. And it's indicating Captain America will do the job just fine. So select the captain and make it happen. Actually, you just got to time it just right, and I was getting blasted right in the face, and it wasn't working, but eventually I get that button clicked, and oh to the yeah, reflected on back, and give him a taste of his own medicine, and there it's a deflating balloon again. All the way around, up top he goes, knocks down that blockade in front of that checkerboard path where we grabbed them studs earlier. But that actually sets him up for a kablooey. That's right, we're going to push this all the way down the checkerboard path and drop it right on his head. And that's going to be the end of him. And it's going to take us into the next section of this where those next collectibles are. So, oh to the yeah, man down, or I should say MODOK down. And the doors come open and a whole bunch of chickens come in. Certainly a little confusing, but we won't worry too much about that. All right, as soon as we gain control of our characters, we're going to drop down onto this lower left section. There's actually this little cubby hole that you can drop down into, but I had a little bit of trouble finding the right angle because it is certainly a funny angle. Now, you cannot fly, so Iron Man's little boots are not in effect here, and so you got to use that ladder. Even though, look at that, that's kind of the lazy man's ladder climb. But anyhow, go ahead and collect that mini kit down below. Use that ladder to get up top and take out the first of 3 balloons. Now, you might have been wondering, why was that labeled mini kit 9 when we haven't even got 7 and 8 yet? Well, you probably notice it now says 7. It is only because we only count those multiple objective-based mini kits. So in this case, we had to get those 3 balloons. We're not going to count that until we get all 3 of them balloons and actually collect the mini kit, which it just so happens we get mini kits 7 and 8 before we get that 3rd balloon. So I struggled with this right here. I don't know why, but Iron Man does not seem to have good hands, so clearly he will never work for Allstate. Oh, let's see here. We're going to use Kid Colt. Now, I figured because he was a cowboy, and this is a cowboy level, that he would be the right character to choose. Now, Captain America has got pretty good twirly-pull skills, too, so he could probably do the job for you. Once we get all the way to the end, we're actually going to go ahead and smash the boxes in this other little cubby on the far right side below the Snake Charmer. And check it out, we've got a Ms. Marvel hacking point. So we'll go ahead and pull out Ms. Marvel and get our hack attack on, and watch out for that electric. Well, it doesn't really matter. I don't think I've ever failed this. I've asked you guys once before. Nobody commented, so I'm not sure anybody else has ever failed one of these either. But essentially, try to get all the studs you can, make it to that red switch, flip it by giving it the old pow, and off we go. Look at that. Woohoo! All right, here we go. We got a bunch of buildable bricks that came out of this weird machine. It looks like something out of like Dr. Seuss book or something. But all right, we'll go ahead and build that up. Number 7 is officially ours. Now we need to get up on top of the roof and deal with this Snake Charmer so the rest of our characters can get on by. Now, I'm not sure what is going on here, but Ms. Marvel is certainly not in line for a basketball career there. Did you see that? She's got no hops at all. Up top, we take care of the Snake Charmer, and they go bye-bye, which allows those other characters to meet up with us. And now we've got this box that was glowing, so we smash it on down, and guess what we got? We got ourselves a gravity booster. So you know what that means. We got to pull out old Peter Quill, a.k.a. Star-Lord, and toss one of those little donuts on there and make that gravity get boosted. Look at that. It pulls it on down. Now, I wonder if he really knew that's what the outcome was going to be. Like, when you throw a gravity booster down, it just kind of like sucks everything around into like a vortex, right? It's kind of like a tractor beam. However, in this particular case, it actually pulled that crane down and gave us a nice little walking path, which, again, I wonder if he knew that was going to happen. Obviously, the developers did, but did he know? I would think a little bit more carnage and chaos would happen. I wouldn't expect anything methodical to happen. All right, hey, moving along, we're to the next cart where we've got like these circus carts. And on top, we've got the 3-ring circus. Is that what the reference is to here? Doctor Strange can come in handy here as he can manipulate the bars on the back gate and actually give us access inside. However, again, no basketball career in his future either, as he does not seem to have any hops available either. I end up having to switch to another character that's got a little bit better jumps. Kid Colt again, as this is a cowboy level. I figured the cowboy would get her done, and he did not let me down. All right, now once we got that mini kit, guess what? We are going to try to make our way up onto the rooftop, which seemed to be a little bit harder than it needed to be. Make your way through all 3 rings. Once you get through that 3rd one, before dropping down, you're going to want to go ahead and target those balloons on the next train car rooftop. This one is a little tricky. However, I just spammed that button for shooting my silver brick breaker rockets, and eventually it took out a few things and made its way up there. And look at that. Oh, fun! Look at this. We get a chance to freely. We need somebody that can actually manipulate gravity again, so we pull out another gravity booster donut here. That's right. Time to make the donuts. Look at that. You got to get the right aim there, Brian, and eventually you'll lift up those weights and freely. All right, Stan, I'm sure, is happy to be all out on his own again. I can't imagine having those barbells on top of a 92-year-old man? I think he's 92 years old. It's craziness. And he's still traveling, doing Comic-Cons and all sorts of stuff. That guy is amazing. He is the true superhero. All right, once you have destroyed all the debris on the back left side of this cart, you can actually push this stuff all the way. It's actually a trampoline all the way along those checkerboard bricks. And now we got to do a little tight pants tight roping up on this. And, of course, it finishes off with a couple of bad guys wearing some silver armor. So use Iron Man or somebody like him to go ahead and remove those silver bricks. Next up, we need a grapple plug to go ahead and rip off this hammer and ring that bell. That's right. It's just like the old carnival. Go ahead and bam! That's right. Ding! All right, success, and knocks it down. And look at that. We've got our 3rd and final set of balloons there. So we'll go ahead and use somebody with silver brick breaking ability like Iron Man to go ahead and let them balloons fly off. This was always my worst fear as a kid. You know, I always wanted to get a balloon whenever I went somewhere that had balloons. But see, I lost a few balloons to the sky, so I always have this fear of losing the next one. So my mom came up with this great idea to go ahead and tie the string onto my wrist, and somehow even then I managed to squirrel my way out of it and lose the balloon. So yeah, as you can tell, I'm almost 40, and that's still a topic of conversation for me. So you think it affected me? Anyhow, I know you've seen a balloon flying. We all have. We've all seen one and gone, "Oh, poor kid lost his balloon," and poor parent probably spent some hard-earned money on that. Terrible, terrible, terrible. All right, we got a little bit of teeter-tottering to do. In fact, it doesn't matter which character you grab. I thought maybe having like the Hulk or somebody super heavy might be beneficial, but as it turns out, it doesn't really matter. Gravity doesn't really play a part here, at least real physics don't, as it turns out. Doesn't matter who you have, it will teeter and totter. But once you get across, we're going to want to make sure we have Star-Lord out. It doesn't matter which character you take over there, as you will be able to select and change that character once you get him over there. Unlike the story, where I had to fight over there with a couple of characters. It took me a while to get Star-Lord over there, if you remember. But, all right, the bear comes busting out. You might have noticed the Minikit number 10 label has popped up on screen now as well. He has taken off and given us free reign of his cage here. So we're going to hop on up there, and it suggests that we use Lockjaw to go ahead and use this teleportation device. And look at that, we find ourselves up in the choo-choo. That's right, we're up in the main frame there, and oh, that's it. Oh, to the yeah. So all of our collectibles have been found on this. Go ahead and pat yourself on the back. Feel free to use the old save and quit method, as it has been confirmed by multiple viewers that you can do that. And last but not least, climb inside the old cannon and switch to Kid Colt, so you can go ahead and blast that bullseye in the backside and send MODOK into, I don't know where we're sending him, but I guess it's into the comic book front page. Oh, and here, I was struggling getting over the top again, but turns out there's a way right through the middle, which I may have missed originally. I'm not sure. I guess you probably need the gravity booster to do that, but all right, MODOK down. We get a little bit of a cutscene there before it fades into our comic book. And all right, anytime now, there we go. Timely Comics High-noon Saloon number 6 officially complete. We're going to go ahead and check off some gold brickage. 1 for completing the level, which we already had. 1 for getting that stud requirement. And look at that, with our 48x multiplier on, we are stacking up chips rather quick. However, we need 100 million to buy that 10x pink brick, so save them up, as we're going to need them. We got all 10 of those mini kits, which turns into a comic book. Look at that. We'll have to go check that out in the Gwenpool room. We, of course, freed Lee, and got another gold brick for doing that. So last but not least, we're going to go ahead and check out the character token we found, which was Bruce Banner Old West. Remember, we had to shake things up at the beginning of the level to go ahead and find that, and we'll go ahead and add that to our list. Thank you very much. But hey, guess what? That is it. So thanks for watching LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 Level 6 High-noon Saloon free play. We got all those collectibles, so hey, do us a favor. Click that subscribe button if you have not already. We got a Thumbie must-see video here. We're assuming you haven't seen it yet, but if you have, maybe make your way on over to HappyThumbsGaming.com, where you can partake in some trophy, achievement, guides, and more. As for me, that's going to do it for now. I got more videos to put out, so as always, until next time, that's all, folks.